Welcome back to another episode of the Casey Campbell Podcast. Casey Campbell with you, of course. We are pleased to be joined by Amber Balcaen of Venturini Motorsports. She'll be competing at Daytona and Talladega. As of right now, there possibly could be more. You never know. But those are the two races as of right now that she will be competing with the team in the ARCA Menards Series. Amber, how are you?
I'm good. I'm excited for the season to start. How about you?
I'm always excited.
Yeah.
Is, uh, this is going to be a pretty fun season, I think, for ARCA overall. But how did you get this opportunity with Venturini Motorsports?
Yeah, I mean, this off season was really crazy. There was a lot of moving and shaking in the ARCA team and garage. A lot of teams kind of decided to leave the series. We had some new teams form, and so there was a lot of conversations, a lot of phone calls, and just with even my sponsors, different things happening with the economy. A lot of things that I did not predict going into the off season. So it was definitely challenging, but I think overall we ended up in the right spot with Venturini Motorsports.
Yeah, for sure. When you look at when you look at joining Venturini, and obviously they've been pretty stout on the super speedways, especially in the last few years, especially at Daytona. I think they've won like the last five. Um, Going into this race, you've gotten the full season from last year. What really entering in this year? What's it going to be like? How different is it coming off running all the races in 2022?
Yeah, I think finally having that full season experience in the ARCA Menards Series car and now going into a second season is going to be such a difference. I learned so much last year with Rhett Jones Racing. Every single track was brand new to me. So I was learning the track, learning the cars, learning, how to give proper driver feedback, working with the spotters, working with the team. So I gained so much knowledge and improved on so many different skill sets that's required to be a great race car driver in this series, that going into this season now, I have way more confidence. And then, of course, doing well at the Daytona test just ensures even more confidence. And being with a team like Venturini Motorsports, 4-car larger team rather than a single car team I was with last year, like knowing that I have the drafting partners and that we have, a strategy and game plan to work together for the race, like those are things I haven't had before. And so I feel like I've really like leveled up on the equipment side and the team side. And now it's just my job to, do the best I can. And I would really want to prove now, being in this type of equipment, that I can run at the front and I deserve to run at the front.
Yeah. How do you think? I know that the challenges from last year. You faced you had some good runs, but you also faced a lot of adversity last year as well. I mean, there was a time where it just like whatever could happen happened.
Yeah.
What was going through last season like for you?
I mean, it started off really great. We had a lot of momentum every race. We were getting better and better, and like quickly hopped into the top tens. And the thing is every time we got wrecked out, we were running in the top 10. Like we had good runs going. So it was just really, really frustrating. I've raced this will be my 21st year racing this coming season, and never in my 20 years of experience have I experienced that much bad luck, that much, getting crashed out. And I just tried all I could do during the week to prepare for these races and keep a positive mindset. I'm really big into the mental side of the sport and reading books and just doing everything I could to keep a positive mindset going into each race, even though it felt like every race we were just getting punched. I think that was really the key. But I think I'm excited that 2023 is done. I'm really thankful that I got to race a full season thanks to Icon Direct. But I'm excited to put that bad luck behind me. I think I've used up all my bad luck. I don't think
Yeah.
there's any more possible. So I'm all about good luck, good vibes, and just really excited for this season.
Going into these two races, of course, trying to find and obviously the goal is to do more. Are we where are we at in that process? And obviously I know you want to do more races.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I would like to race every weekend if possible, but we are looking at doing some of the larger races in addition to Daytona and Talladega. So we're just kind of working through that right now, having those discussions with my sponsors. And I mean, hopefully we can get something together here soon, but I definitely would like to add more races to the schedule.
What was it just like, down at the test, working with your teammates? this year. Just to knowing that there's going to be four of you out there at Daytona. It just, and you mentioned how big that is, and now that you have the drafting partners, but just working all together, because it's like everyone's got to really work together, and obviously the Toyotas and Venturini have always been able to do that.
Yeah, for sure. I'm still a pretty new driver in the NASCAR series, and just to have teammates to kind of jump back and forth on ideas on and talk about your car and talk about strategy, it's been really, really helpful to, be able to kind of compare, but like in a good way, and just bounce those ideas off of each other, and then have that comfortability knowing, hey, I got three drafting partners for this race, like, and we're going to work together. And we had a really great meeting at Venturini Motorsports after the test, and it just got me so excited for the race. And I expect all of us to do really well.
You come from, of course, your family is full of athletes. Of course, your husband, if I'm not mistaken, plays in the CFL, if I'm not mistaken.
Mhm.
What is that like? And because you're always checking on his games, and he's always checking on how you're doing in the car and all that. What's that like?
I mean, it's just we're all used to being athletes. I've been in racing for my whole life. So even like when I was racing, if my a lot of times my dad would be racing at the same time. So you're always going to check up to see how they're doing, of course. But at the end of the day, you have to be there and be present and do your job. So when I'm at the track, I try to be as locked in as possible to make sure that I'm executing to the best of my ability.
How do you feel like, how more confident are you entering in this season, knowing that you went through all of the things that you went through, and obviously, going through that teaches you a lot about yourself.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you're better prepared for this year going through all that? Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I've always thought of myself as a very gritty and perseverance type of person. I've nothing about my journey has been easy. I've had to work really hard to get sponsorship on my own. I've never had parents with money to put towards my racing, and I've done all my sponsorship team, everything on my own. And so I've always had a very like driven and ambitious and grit personality. So I think just knowing that last year was tough, as thankful as I was to get to do the full season. Sorry about that. As thankful as I was to get to do the full season, experiencing all those lows like really taught me to push through, and really showed me how strong I am as a person, and how, no matter how hard things get, like I'm able to still wake up every day and go to the gym and do what I need to do to be disciplined with my goals.
Yeah. Really going into this at Daytona, what are we going to expect in this race? Because as I mentioned, Venaries have always been strong in the super speedways.
Yeah.
What's it going to take to get a win in that at Daytona?
Well, thankfully, I've experienced it last year, so I understand the draft and what it's going to feel like. And even just at the test, I learned so much with the Venturini team, and having those three teammates is going to be so key. Like if you look at the years past, they pretty much lead the race and really can manipulate the race with having those four cars. So it's going to be huge for me. It's going to be huge for my three teammates. And I think as long as we all stick together and do our jobs, like there's no reason we can't finish 1, 2, 3, 4. And obviously I want to be first.
There's a lot of excitement, and finally there's a lot of excitement in the series right now, and obviously with all the new teams that are coming in, and obviously with Frankie Muniz coming into the series, and just overall, how exciting is this season going to be for many people that might not know or have not watched ARCA?
Yeah, I'm really hoping that Frankie can bring in a whole new fan base. Like I think that would be awesome, because I love the ARCA Menards series. Like I'm super excited and proud to be a part of it. And it's great racing, and there's some really talented drivers in it as well. So I think it will be a great year for the fans, for the viewership of the series in general, and then for us drivers. I mean, we're at the end of the day, we're all drivers. We're there to win races and do the best we can. So that's my personal goal. It doesn't really matter who I'm racing against. I'm there to do my best and enjoy it and make my sponsors and my team proud.
All right. Well, Amber Balcaen, thank you so much for taking some time to talk with us, and best of luck at Daytona in a few weeks.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.